It feels so good to play as a free man.
Absolutely. We can just feel your emotion. It's so beautiful to watch. I mean,
That is Hong Kong native Li Shitian, longtime Magic the Gathering professional that took a bit of a risk appearing on camera this week at a large Magic the Gathering event, both covering his face and also covering his eye as a sign of solidarity with those in Hong Kong. And imagine this, Wizards of the Coast did nothing. They did not ban him. They did not issue a statement. In fact, my insiders even tell me that they did not ban any of the talk from chat. In fact, they told chat moderators to leave any statements around Hong Kong alone. Now, you could say that they just knew better. They knew that everybody would be watching, especially with one of the pros competing and making the top 8, Li Shitian would, it was going to be an issue. It was going to come up, and maybe they wanted to head it off at the pass. They saw what happened to Blizzard, or maybe they genuinely agreed with his right to speak his mind. Look, I am and have been for a very long time at odds with the Wizards of the Coast. I mean, I'm not allowed to play their game anymore because of that. I've roasted them in the past for many years for giving out subpar card stock in the $4 booster packs that they have, for releasing trash products, for sponsoring trash people, in my opinion. But see, if you're going to be critical of a company or a person and do it in good faith, then you have to give credit where credit is due here. And from all angles here, it looks like Wizards of the Coast said, yo, you do you, man. You make it, you do your thing. I don't know if he had gone off on like a tangent or something, but just Lee's emotion. It puts things in perspective, I hope, for some people who have been watching from afar and say, like, why should I care? Who cares? Now, Wizards of the Coast has never had a policy against kind of tweeting out their politics that I know of. They are by far more woke than Blizzard ever was. One of my biggest critiques of the company is they spent way too much time on fake wokeness and not enough time on, I don't know, things like card quality, giving high quality reprints and reprint sets, and staying away from these cash cow reprint projects like Vintage Masters and these Mythic Edition sets. And we're going to have $1,000 box sets coming, and it's going to eventually just drain the community dry. But they did the right thing here, and it made Blizzard look really bad, and the media is making Blizzard look even worse. And what's even more interesting is Lee had his Twitter account hacked almost immediately after it. I don't know the exact timeline, but he had his Twitter account hacked after speaking out in support of Hong Kong. I wonder why. You can see Lee has been vocal. A follow-up article about Hong Kong's protest is up. It's a disgrace to multiple parties choosing benefits over human rights. I'm assuming he means profit. Don't let Hong Kong's today become the world's tomorrow. Fight for freedom. # stand with Hong Kong. And this was on the 17th, he tweeted this out. And then just yesterday, earlier today, he finally got his account back. So it was hacked pretty much after he made that speech. And he goes on to say, just 3 hours ago, about if I worry about being punished. I am thankful no one stopped me from wearing my mask for Hong Kong this weekend. I am sure Wizards of the Coast will receive pressure like the NBA did. If you want to protect me, reward them. Buy their products, play MTG Arena, especially Hearthstone players. Bold move, smart move, Li Shitian. Excellent move here, because he's right. What if a bunch of Hearthstone players moved over to Magic the Gathering? Look, Magic the Gathering is by far and away the superior game. It's been around for 25 years. I've played it since 1993. And it's where Hearthstone players go when they grow up and they want something a little more complex. They want, a more in-depth meta. They want to, learn how to react to certain things and not just, fall asleep on your turn, on the opponent's turn. Sorry, Hearthstone players, just Magic is a better game. It just is. Hearthstone is a far better game to watch streamed, which is what Magic the Gathering is trying to do with Arena. I still don't think it's doing much, but that's not really what we're talking about. And we look at the media reaction to it. Magic the Gathering Pro on Hong Kong protests. Blitz Chung's action inspired me a lot. Hall of Famer. Now, Magic the Gathering does have a Hall of Fame, and it is a who's who of the best in the game. They do one thing that's weird with their Hall of Fame, and that is induct people while they're still active. But other than that, it's, I guess, you could technically play Magic the Gathering forever. Following an emotional match win at the Mythic Championship this weekend, Magic the Gathering Hall of Famer Li Shitian used his winner's interview to support ongoing protests in Hong Kong. Li appeared on stage during the event in Long Beach, California, over the weekend wearing a red scarf obscuring his face, a symbol of support with the demonstrators in Hong Kong. And the storied Magic the Gathering player also covered his right eye as he entered the stage, another symbol protesters have been using. Li's on-screen demonstration follows Blizzard Entertainment's decision to suspend Hearthstone player Blitz Chung earlier October. Quote, "As a professional gamer, this is a place for me to show my support to him and Hong Kong. Freedom of speech and democracy," Li told Polygon. Blitz Chung's action inspired me a lot and showed the world that universal value was at risk. This is happening in the world right now. Li told Polygon, Magic the Gathering developer Wizards of the Coast has not disciplined him for the action. They didn't stop me 5 years ago, and they didn't stop me this time, he said. Now, we don't know if they will. I mean, they very well might. I would say the percentages of that happening are close to zero. There is, Magic the Gathering is played in China, so it is a risk. But I do think Wizards of the Coast, now they're owned by Hasbro. It's different. It's like old Blizzard versus old Wizards. Old Wizards would not have cared at all. New Wizards is owned by Hasbro, which could say something. I still think Wizards of the Coast has strong moral fiber. Even if I disagree with some of the things that they believe in, I don't think there's any doubt in the fact that they believe them strongly. Li referenced Hong Kong. It feels good to play as a free man, he said. Magic Pro League member Jesse Estefan, posted on Twitter that neither Li nor casters are being punished. Although this person isn't exactly, I don't believe, any kind of authority on the matter. This person is... I'm already blocked. Of course. Of course! Well, it's a blue check mark, so I suppose. It's interesting. Let's see. What is her position? Member of the Magic Pro League, winner GP Sydney 2018, DMs open for coaching inquiries. Pronouns in the bio, of course. To allow mentions of Hong Kong, Polygon has reached out to WotC for clarification. Last week, U.S. Senator Ron Reardon, Marco Rubio, AOC, Mark Gallagher, Tom Malinowski wrote a letter to Activision Blizzard using the strongest possible terms to reverse Chung's suspension. The group of lawmakers said the decision to suspend Chung runs counter to Activision Blizzard's values. Blizzard continues to face criticism from players and internally as its annual fan convention, BlizzCon, approaches. Now, I don't think Blizzard has any intent, none, to say anything more on the matter. They're done. And I could even judge from the reaction to this morning's Blizzard video, not that it was negative, but that just that interest was definitely down, that their kind of strategy of just turtling up is working. People are talking about it less. Now, it is good to see Li Shitian bring things to the forefront in the Magic the Gathering community because it is also an international esport. It's good to see that the parallel is still going to be made to Blizzard and how they handled things. I don't expect Blizzard to make any more statements. I mean, how could they? You know, they've got just all these China bucks. How could they say anything whatsoever? It's sad. It's sad that we probably lost this one in a way, but Blizzard's reputation will be irreparably damaged. There will be people, myself included, that chose to just check out of the game and play something else. And there will also be people who just want to stay and play their games and enjoy life. And I want to leave people with this, I don't know, message, I guess. There's a lot in this world that we can't change. And I don't think the right target is other gamers who just want to play their video games. And I mean, look, I logged out of World of Warcraft in solidarity. I don't hold it against a single other person if they chose not to. If they just want to enjoy their game, that's okay. And if you want to get excited about Diablo 4 or Diablo 2 Remaster, that's okay. I think you can still enjoy the games, but be aware, you know, of what's going on around you and pitch in to help. Not everybody needs to do it, but I just think being aware of what's going on in the gaming industry is important, and having some idea of what's going on. But just, I see a lot of dumping on people inside the community. I even see people like replying to my tweets thinking it's owning me, saying stuff like, I'm buying Diablo 4 no matter what. Okay, go ahead, dude. Like, you do you. Seriously, that's how I feel. If you want to enjoy a game, you should enjoy it, and don't let anyone shame you for it. Me, I've walked away from Blizzard because it's just a game, and I can play other games. I'm playing Final Fantasy Online right now. I'm finishing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I look forward to this fall's barrage of new big titles to try out and check out too. But right now I'm content. I don't have as much time to game as I used to. But huge shout out, as much as it makes me cringe to give Wizards of the Coast credit, you got to do it. Huge shout out to them, should they stay strong here. And big ups to Li Shitian for taking the opportunity to raise awareness, I think, in a classy way, just kind of wearing the thing. That's all you need to do. You don't need to grab the mic. I'm not saying that's what he did, but I'm saying you don't need to cause a disruption. You could just, you know, wear an eye patch or do just something to keep the world aware, because only about 50% of the people that view my videos are here in the United States. The rest of you are all over, and you're always doing good to keep me informed. What's going on in the UK? What's going on in the Philippines? What's going on in Malaysia? What's going on in Chile? What's going on in Japan? What's going on? I'm thankful for you as viewers, and I feel like I owe you a fair shot at representation too here on the channel. So keep informing me of what's going on out there, and I'll keep trying to take up the mantle for you when I can. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.